Me mihi atu ki tō tātou mātua nui i te rangi nāna nei ngā mea katoa. Tuarua te whare e tū nei, i te marae takuto ana, tēnā kōrua, he ngā mati e kua mini atu ki te pō, haere atu rā. Kia koutou te hunga ora, ko tae mai ki te tautoko te kaupapa o te wā, tēnā koutou katoa. Ki te taho tōku pāpā, ko kukuhui a te maunga, ko te wai o huria te awa, ko tangongi te roto, ko māmari te waka, ko te uri o hina te hapu, ko te raroa te iwi. Ki te taho tōku māma, ko mate whaoroa te maunga, ko okere te awa, ko roto, iti te roto, ko te aroa te waka, ko ngā te hinikura te hapu, ko ngā te puki a te iwi. Kia ora. Okay, so starting from the beginning, I started level 3 in 2020, Anglo being our first kaiako. The first year of raranga was quite difficult for me. I had quite a bit of struggles. We started with the koroa and curses that were now seem so basic, but really aren't. At this time in my life, I didn't actually know that I was going to continue this weaving journey, because I really just started it to help me quit smoking. Before finishing the level 3 certificate, I had already signed up for the following year. So by the end of 2020, I was completely in awe of raranga, its continuous growth on me and knowledge it had to offer. During my break from the wānanga over the Christmas period, I found myself constantly weaving. This was to prepare presents for Christmas. Level 4 came around in 2022. This was quite intense because my boy was now 1. We had a lot of differences within the society with COVID, and it was still quite present to this day. This is where I met my new kaiako Hazel. One of the best things that could have happened to us, knowing that she is like quite professional, and yeah, I just find that she is quite a talker in her field. Because of COVID, study became quite intense and hard. This was via Zoom, made things very difficult to view techniques, and it also put strains on some of our relationships. This didn't stop any of my intentions, as I wanted to continue this amazing journey. We moved into kite and kakahu. Kite was great. I loved it. It was like a first language for me. Kakahu, not so much. I think this was only because I had intentions of making one from muka, but not realizing the intense amount of preparations that were needed. Paperwork has never been a strong suit of mine. I don't think it's been any of ours. We all like to create things, but never want to put it on paper. Photos and videos also another big part of my toy journey. This is basically just helping me to repeat things by watching them over again. So 2022 came with level 5. Obviously level 4 I was signing up for level 5. This was quite a big year for me and my whānau as we lost my mother-in-law. She was quite a big part of my son's life too, so that was quite hard. We also had the birth of Pikitara, who arrived 3 weeks early, but that was quite cool because it was the home birth I always wanted. So it was a bit of up and down. But following on from the previous year, we used those same techniques from kakahu to create kite. Using using sketches to help form designs so that I could actually follow through with them. This is a big part that I had to do during the process of the tangi. It was great to have that to follow. And then up to now, so we've just started our completed tuki panels, and I quite liked it and enjoyed it, how fast and quick and easy. Also I stuck to the basics on this one so I can complete it and execute it quite quickly. Creative practices and techniques that I use, obviously karakia, tikanga and kawa. Karakia to become tau, tikanga to following karakia and having clear spaces to work, disposing of any rubbish sensibly. Kawa, following the customs of the whare and space of mahi, particularly those related to raranga. So harvesting all at the right times and around more so the end of the year when it's not so wet. Dyeing, obviously, I like the look of dyed harikiki, but the amount of preparation around that and safety and hazards that we have to take into consideration. Whatu, I've noticed a lot you can do with that. Basically from weaving with harikiki right through to weaving with materials such as mop string, for example, in the photo. Reflections on learnings that helped me improve. So basically this is just for me, and honing in on one particular thing at a time. For myself, that's perfectionate, and then move on. Proper understanding of each technique, this is to help ensure that the knowledge is retained. And repetition. Obviously, the more you repeat, the more you get it. The reflections on other artists that have had impact on my toy journey. Koro Kyle's a major impact. One thing I picked up from him is my tauranga Māori is major key to being a successful Māori artist. Deep connections, they're very much needed within raranga, with kaiako hoa, and basically anyone who can come in contact with. Raranga has also reignited my reo flame, and to this day is constantly incorporated into my everyday use. These are just some quick photos of the different inspirations that came for me. Different patterns, the selection of colours, good use in contrast colours is to help make it vibrant. Raranga, so learning a lot just about within my iwi and hapu. That helps me connect back to my whare, where this kautoko manawa I put it in here to be highlighted because it is something that I wanted to get more depth on. Because I don't know too much, there was just some talk about it that it wasn't gone into depth, so it's something I really want. And he wears this beautiful kakahu here. And this was made by one of our nannies that I would like the story on as well. So my purpose and obligations to kaupapa wānanga. Whakawhanaungatanga, to building and maintaining positive relationships with others in many contexts. For example, this is tamariki whānau, or wānanga whānau, tutorials and noho. So obviously my tamariki are a huge reason to why. I want to share their culture, whakapapa and reo. Wānanga whānau, they're the ones that actually help and add to my kite. Tutorials on noho. The attendance is very important to be able to maintain the obligations to the wānanga of Aotearoa. So the impacts and influences of change for toy. So obviously availability, You can get toi Māori from basically anywhere. You can get it from viewing or purchasing either online, markets and such. The accessibility of knowledge has become a lot more convenient for us, wanting from basics to masters. Transfer of knowledge. So this is quite a good one for me. So who, what, why, how, when, all of that can be transferred, has evolved. So one kaiako is able to teach many tauira, many iwi, and in some cases multiple classes a year. Key messages, values, and beliefs used. So obviously these three things are a biggie: karakia, tikanga, and kawa. We all know why. And whakapapa, listening to my instincts and honing in on something that captures me most. Kia ora koutou, ko matu.